Hey guys, welcome back to Out of Ink. I'm Olivia, and I might be a little late to the party, but let's talk about the comic, The Infamous Iron Man. This was the brief moment in time where Dr. Doom was Iron Man after the death of Tony Stark in Civil War II. Since Robert Downey Jr. has been announced as playing Dr. Doom, I have been hearing people speculate that this book will play into how Dr. Doom is portrayed, and I sincerely hope not. Infamous Iron Man was originally a run that spanned 12 issues from 2016 to 2017, and it was right smack dab in the middle of the 2015 to 2018 run of Invincible Iron Man by Brian Michael Bendis, who was in charge of writing Infamous Iron Man, so if you didn't read that, you would be kind of lost. When Infamous Iron Man kicked in, it had to be the weirdest time to be an Iron Man fan because Tony was dead, but not really, because pre-mortem he made his brain into an AI that was still kicking around and advising Ironheart, his protege and the other current Iron person. Let me be clear on a few things. This run being here isn't the problem. Brian Michael Bendis is usually a writer I enjoy, as I usually love the way he writes character interactions, which we see in the interactions between the Thing and Doom, the Thing and Johnny Storm, AI Tony and Riri, and Doom and Doctor Strange. The art for this book is by Alex Maleev, and I really enjoy his art, especially some of these gorgeous covers, and everything is just complemented by the colors used by color artist Matt Hollingsworth. I especially love the greens and purples, and I think the art is one of the best features of this comic. The second thing I have to be clear on is that I think that this is a wonderful idea in theory. Dr. Doom is a character I very much enjoy when I do come across him in comics, especially when he appears alongside the Fantastic Four, or putting Doom in the role of Iron Man sounds like an absolute blast, as him and Tony have a lot more in common than I think either character would care to admit, and I think Dr. Doom's power used for good holds a lot of potential for a story. When I found out about this comic, I was very excited. I thought this would follow the template set by Superior Spider-Man, despite my initial misgivings of that title, and I fell in love with the possibilities I conjured up for this book. Unfortunately, all I found was disappointment and frustration. Unlike Superior Spider-Man, which shows Otto succeeding by using his intelligence and skills from his time as Dr. Octopus before descending into more villainous tactics, or even unlike Superior Iron Man, who chooses to use his skills and manipulation to make people need him while feeding his massive ego in the cruelest ways, Infamous Iron Man doesn't follow either path. The comic has a whole bunch of people in the book talk about how powerful Doom is and how smart he is, but the book doesn't really show it. If anything, they underplay him. Yeah, he smacks a lot of bad dudes and it's fun when it lets Dr. Doom be a superhero, but that is not very often at all. Most of the book is Victor Von Doom out of armor and talking to people. I feel like the little scrumptious bits of arcane armored action are not enough of a payoff for the absolute madness of the dialogue circle. Character A goes, "You're a bad man, Dr. Doom." Doom goes, "I'm trying to do good." Character A retaliates with, "You can't erase all the bad things you did, and so we'll never trust you." And Doom goes, "I understand that, but I don't understand why you don't want to see me do good." And the cycle continues over and over and over, and it just makes me crazy. I know how hard it would be to imagine that Victor Von Doom could chill out and do some good, but to have this keep happening in such a short span of books is awful. Speaking of awful, the main storyline infuriates me. The plot is that while Doom has abandoned Latveria and is trying to rehabilitate as Iron Man, his mother, Cynthia Von Doom, has apparently returned from the dead and is conspiring with someone who appears to be Reed Richards. I hate that Doom has abandoned Latveria, as it seems very out of character and counterproductive to his new desire to help the world. And Doom's mom returning isn't necessarily the problem, it's the results that bother me. I am going to spoil the story here, so I hope you can forgive me, but this whole thing boils down to Mephisto, one of Marvel's several versions of Satan, baiting Doom so that he can get back at him for defeating him so long ago and saving his mother's soul. And, for some reason, Doom doing good as Iron Man jeopardizes Mephisto's chance at getting Doom's soul, so he wants to stop Doom from trying to redeem himself. This is so frustrating because this feels like something Mephisto's petty ass would have tried earlier, especially if we account for the events of Secret Wars 2015, and we don't even get to see Dr. Doom fight him. Instead, Mephisto breaks the fourth wall to explain his evil plan before being defeated. And the only thing worse than how slapdash this exposition feels is how cheated I feel at not getting to see Mephisto get his ass handed to him in a magical team-up between Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange. Not only that, but there were more interesting side plots that never got to be realized, like a visit from the future Sorcerer Supreme, or the villains of Marvel deciding to get back at Doom since he was going straight. But we don't get any more of Infamous Iron Man in this trade. Apparently, this storyline continued in the Unbelievable Gwenpool 21 and Invincible Iron Man 593, but I'm having a hard time imagining that anything that would happen in these issues could salvage this concept for me or really wrap anything up. As much as I love Doctor Doom, I can't really recommend this comic for the casual reader. You can't just jump into this book blindly and catch on easily, and it's just not really doing anything other than putting Doom in a gray Iron Man suit and then not letting us see all the cool stuff. And even if you do want to check out this book or you enjoy it, it doesn't even conclude in the same arc. You have to go hunt down 2 extra books to go finish it. And I'm not a fan of that, but that's up to you. Maybe I'm just frustrated because I loved the idea of what this book could be, only to be met with a half-hearted, half-baked comic, and I would be quite apprehensive about them using this story as a guide for Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal, but I just might be too deep in my own feelings. What do you guys think of Infamous Iron Man? And what do you think about Robert Downey Jr.'s return to the MCU as Doctor Doom? Personally, I'm willing to let this play out. Robert Downey Jr. is obviously a good actor, although I'll admit he wasn't on my short list of actors to play Von Doom, but I think he'll do a good job as long as they just let him be Doctor Doom. No variants, no taking the mask on and off. Just Doom. On that note, thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time here on Out of Ink.